I know what you want. She won't fuck with me cause baby don't want one. It's a cold but you is a bright one. Now they see it like cause baby you the right one. Dancer, she got me moving like she's Spanish. Yeah, I'll be a fine, no stressing, count blessings.
What's good? What's poppin'?
I'm T.
And MC. So today we're coming with a story time.
Yes.
With T today. Well, we're going to do a part 1 and a part 2. So the part 1 is going to be T story time. And the part 2 is going to be my story time. I'm going to do story time on our heartbreaks. So get ready for this. Might be a bit of tears.
I don't even know if I'm ready for this, if I'm honest. Oh my God.
Don't cry, girl.
I'm trying my best and I'm so like, I don't even know where to begin with this, to be fair. I think what I'm going to first start off by saying is that I was young. That's the first thing I'm going to put out there. I was young and I was naive. So what I would like to say is that I've always been mature, but maturity is not wisdom. So like, obviously, I never saw it coming. It was a car crash.
We never do.
It was a whole car crash that I did not see coming. But yeah, where do I start with it?
The beginning. So how did you meet this person? Like, was it someone you knew for a long time, or how did you meet them? Let's start from that.
So I met Chris at work. So it was at work. It was a work.
Wait. This is not the real name, so don't try to dig up for Chris in things, or there's no Chris. We're just going to make up names just so that we can tell the story, because we don't want no troubles.
Okay. All right, yeah, so I met Chris. It was in the workplace, so it was the workplace romance sort of thing. He was older, a lot older. What was it like? Maybe, was he there? 8 years between us. So I was 19. I was 19, he was 27. You do the math, I can't give everything with that right now. Yeah, so he was 27. And like, yeah, it was all perfect to begin with. I wouldn't even lie, like everything was perfect. I didn't want for nothing in that sense. Like I picked up for work, so I used to walk to my bus stop. He would pull up in his little car, jump in, get lift to work, lunchtime. It was a whole. So at lunch, it would be like he would always buy me lunch. We'd always go to our favorite little spot.
And wait, guys, sorry, she used to be gassed. Like, I like to get picked up for work. Yeah.
Everything like picked up, taken home. Like I didn't know about travel to work. Like I didn't have to pay for no travel to work. Lunch, never bought my lunch. Like yeah, he was doing all those little cute things. Yeah.
Things.
The worst thing is, it was like, I want to say honeymoon, but this was actually a lengthy relationship.
Yeah. But it was like, from what I saw, she was very happy, and like, you know, when something's new and it's like, you're gassed, you're excited, and obviously he was doing manly things, like things that you will appreciate as a woman.
Yeah, but all that glitters ain't gold, honey. You know the saying, what's going to suit you is going to sell you. Okay, yeah. So listen. Anyway, so yeah, so it was all nice, all good, all lovely, bubbly on the top. Then, like, where was it? There was like a period where it was just like, there was little things happening. So like all the time I started to get a bit more, do you know what? I don't even know. I wouldn't say I felt something, but I used to just feel like something wasn't right. So I used to be on him for the most littlest things, like, and sometimes things that weren't nothing, but I was just trying to, in my head, I think I was trying to figure out something, like what was going on with him and whatever. So anyway, there was always 3 of us, like at work, you know, sometimes you have your work bestie. Yeah, you know, your home girl that, first of all, you ain't got no friends at work. That's what I tell myself that now, is colleagues, people that you get on with well, whatever. But I was young and I used to think, oh, I've got a good friend here, like a little bestie. So anyway, so it always used to be me, him. So it's me, Chris and Bianca. That was my work bestie. So we would always be like up and down with each other. If you either saw me with Chris or you saw me with Bianca, like that's just the way it was. Like our lunch times, after a while, it would be us 3 always going to like our little spot, Weatherspoons, drinking, laughing, everything. So then what happened was, like, things used to start getting a little bit sketchy. Yeah, when, like, what was it? I would always remember and pinpoint a one time there was 3 of us sitting in Weatherspoons, right, and on like the bar bit, and there was like, he was sitting opposite I was on one side, they were both opposite me actually. So I remember I was sitting opposite him and then she was sitting next to him. And I can't remember what the conversation, what came up, but I remember him making a comment about her cleavage. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. It didn't sit well with me. Like I was just thinking, But you know, like you laugh it off or whatever it was, like you kind of make it go above your head. I made it go above my head then, but I'm that type of person, yeah. I would not let it go. Like, so obviously we had conversations about it after. I was like, no, what was that about? What, you think you could just be making comments like it's inappropriate, blah, 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 going in, and he would just brush it off like it was just a joke, like it weren't nothing.
As they do, girls.
Yeah, nothing at all. It was just a joke. Like, basically, I should lighten up and take it easy,
Lighten
sort
up,
of
girl.
thing. That was the vibes that he was trying to give me. Like, lighten up, it's nothing, blah, blah, blah. So I tried to just forget about that, not think nothing of it.
And mind you, yeah, like, you're not paranoid, but she would take something and make, like, find, she's Inspector Morse, isn't it? So,
listen,
like,
I would
one
take
little thing, she'll go and dig. And even if it's not a situation, she'll think of A and B. This might be the situation and that might be the situation. So in her head, she's already conjured up two
I would
different
explore
situations.
all the possibilities. Yeah. Like, it might not be none of those, but I would explore all the possibilities. I'll put 2 + 2 together and I'll get 15, and I believe that's what it calculates.
Yeah.
It means 15, and that's what we're running with. 15 is what the answer, and that's what it is.
And once it's in her head, it's in her head. You can't say no different.
You can't like get to budge sort of thing. So, like I was like, I wouldn't say I was looking for things, to be honest. No, I didn't look for anything. I was just carrying on as normal.
Yeah, because he made you believe that it wasn't nothing.
Like nothing. And obviously that was my friend, and she was just moving like nothing. I've got to be honest, there was nothing else I saw after that. Like, there was no other inappropriate things. Where things started to go a bit funny now was when they started to split up our teams at work, which means that, like, them two went and worked on the ground floor and I was still on first floor. So, like, I wouldn't see them as much. It would just be like break time, lunchtime, whatever. But as that change happened, I noticed sis over here starting to dress like me more and more. Like, every day she'll come in. Even people would say, like, oh my God, like, she's probably trying to, because she's a pretty girl. I mean, she's an alright girl, I'm not gonna lie. She's an alright girl. Yeah. She's an alright girl, but she didn't know how to swag it up, and I'm going to be real with it, she didn't. And then, like, after a while she started to step it up, sort of thing, and people say, oh look, she's really starting to step up her little outfits now, starting to put the little thing together, getting cute. And yeah, little by little she was starting to look more and more like me style wise, and I just think, the heels started popping out. No, this is a dolly shoe kind of girl, like every day a dolly shoe. And I'm heels. Anyone who knows me at work, I'm click all through the office, and then little heels started coming up, little skirts, little dresses, and I'm thinking, okay. But like, good on you, because I weren't even preening it at that point at all. I was just thinking, all right, she's stepping up her thing, whatever. Then I'll come downstairs, and a lot of the time when I did go downstairs, only in hindsight now, thinking back to it, that she used to work on, like, the front desk thing, and he used to be on at a seated desk, like around the corner. But often they'll be near each other somewhere.
Can they see each other from where her desk was? Can they see each other? Like, could she say, oh, like, hi?
No, but where she's on the floor, so she has to walk up and down a lot, more like a secretary receptionist, but not really, like, sort of thing. So she was always up and down. But every time I'll look, he's either like, he'll be at the front desk. What are you doing there? Because we don't need to be at the front desk. Or she'll be at his desk, sort of thing. And I'll think, okay, all right. Anyway, nothing, Tam. Keep your don't run with it, T. Like, leave your mind. Let's flow with this thing. So obviously that was that. But he was still doing all the stuff, like in terms of taking me to the lunch, picking me up, dropping me home, all of that sort of things. We were still talking. Actually, the talking in the evening started to get a bit less, like, I don't know, like, we weren't talking as much in the evening. Obviously I had my son, so I was always kind of busy, but I would always find time. Yeah. But like, there was times when he's not even, we're not having our conversations, or when we are having conversations, they're not really the same sort of thing. So that was
you felt the distance a little bit.
Yeah, like, I think, but me, I don't know why I was being a bit blunt, because only now I'm looking back at these telltale signs. During it, I weren't seeing the signs. I was just thinking all other sort of things, like, oh, it could be this, it could be that, but it's never really what you think it could be. And it's never really always the girl you think it is. Because sometimes there was another work girl that we used to work with, and I used to be on, like they were besties. They were besties from before we was even in anything. And I always used to think that it was them in something. Him and, it wasn't him. It was a Dion. I used to think him and Dion was in something, but it was nothing. Like, she was a proper cool girl. But yeah, so I used to think that, and it's never the ones you be thinking about. Yeah, so we moved to different floors. Little signs was happening. I kind of ignored those. Then it came to a point where my contract at that workplace ended, and I got another job working for a company that worked closely with that company. So my time there was up, but they still had extensions on their contract, so they had some more time to do the damn
Get acquainted.
thing. Yeah, get very acquainted. So obviously I've moved on, whatever. You know what's so cringe? All like my leaving thing, I was so emotional. I was like, oh, but I'm gonna miss like my friends.
Friends? Use that term lightly, yeah?
So cringe. I was like, I'm gonna miss everyone, and I was emotional, and you know me, I'm a bit emotional now and then. So yeah, left there, moved on, and what had happened? It was one day that I had to call the office. So I was in my other job now. Let's fast forward. I'm in my new job, and like I said, we work together. So I had to call my old office, and I phoned some girl. I needed to ask a question about something. So I phoned one of my old friends from there, Sarah. So she answered. She was like, oh, how are you? Da, da, da. How's it getting on at the new job? I'm like, fine. Da, da, da. How's everything over there? And then she was telling me, she answered what she needed to answer. Then we just got chit-chatting a bit more. And then she was just like, oh. She was like, so what's wrong with you and Chris? Like, you lot not together anymore? I'm thinking, what? Because we're together, honey. We're together in my eyes. So I was like, why? I was like, no, everything's fine. Why? And she was like, oh. I was like, no, you gotta talk to me now. You gotta talk to me now. What's happened? Da, da, da. She's like, oh my God, this is so messy. And she's like, I don't want to be involved in this, blah, blah. I was like, no, you have to tell me now. She's like, no, but you know, I'll proper check for you. So I'm gonna just say what happened. She's like, one time, she's like, late in the afternoon, in the evening, after work had finished, she was on 3rd floor, whatever. She come out of the top office, and she was like, I see Chris and Bianca kissing at the top of the stairs. I'm like,
oh
no.
Oh.
In my head I was like, but you know what it was, yeah, there was not a time where I didn't believe her. It's like when she said it, it's like it
hit you, like
it hit me. It's like, oh my
God, what it is.
So yeah, I was like, okay. She was like, I was like, talk to me. She was like, yeah. She's like, they were kissing, and like they saw me, they kind of just moved off, and then I just kept it moving. She just kept it moving, sort of thing. And she's like, but since then, like they've always all up around each other, always with each other everywhere. So yeah, I just thought that you lot weren't in nothing like that. I was just like, thank you, girl. But you know, like my voice, I think she knew my voice. I'm running with this information. So yeah. she did say to me, anything you do, just don't bring me up in it, sort of thing. But the worst thing is, I think she also knew that. I think she was the only person that saw them kiss. So she would have known, they would have known it was her, sort of thing. But then after a while, I don't even think she gave a fuck. She just let me run with the information. So after that, now me being me, I can't leave it. You know, I don't even think I left it an hour. I don't even think I left it a minute. I don't even think it was like 10 minutes. I think I remember phoning him, like, what did I say to him? Are you dumb? Are you dumb? So this is what you're doing now. So you're kissing on the 3rd floor, whatever. He's like, what are you on about? Straight away lying. First thing that comes out of his mouth is a lie. What are you on about? Blah blah blah. Talking nonsense. Who's saying this? Who's saying that? And I noticed, yeah, for me, I might be wrong, but when something happens and a guy's so focused on who's saying it, it happened. It happened. Like, anytime they're so focused on who brought you the information, it's generally because your ass got caught, and you're vexed now that your ass got caught, and you just want to know,
ladies.
Like, literally, because I don't. What does it matter? Do you understand? It's either they're talking nonsense. If someone's lying, you don't even care who's brought that to you. It's nonsense. Like, whatever. Like, who gives a damn? That's bullshit, babes. That's what it should be. But it was the whole focus of the conversation was like, who said it? Who said it? So I put down the phone. There was no conversation that day. Whatever. Whole next day now. This is how I knew men is trash. And this is why I hate flowers, by the way, guys. I hate flowers because now this time I work in the next office, and like there's like a little drive bit that you can drive up, and from the first window you can look down and see the cars, whatever. So he must have messaged me. He's like, look outside. He's there with the car. Bare roses. So many roses. Like the bouquet was huge. Yeah, literally. No, the bouquet was huge. He's like, come downstairs, blah, blah, blah. Come down, see all these roses. He's like, oh, you know, all this, I love you. No, it's nothing to do with that. But they're chatting nonsense. But, you know, like, the roses were basically because you were hurt about something that didn't happen. Yeah. And little old me, little naive. You know when you're just in love, you just want to be in love sort of thing. It's kind of like, oh, cute. You kind of fall back in. So I will be honest, girls, I let the team down. I fell back in.
No, you don't what most girls do. Let's be real. You don't what most girls do.
We went and had lunch, and then it was just, the bullshit conversations. We were talking all night that night. A whole load of, I swear on my grand's, because his gran had passed. Oof. And his gran was there thinking, it's like, I swear on my grand's grave, none of this, it's you. Like, why would I? And then, not badly dissing her, but it was like, you compared to her sort of thing, and I was shit, you know.
What?
You compared to her, would I really?
Boys are shit.
Yeah, boys, would I really? But he was a whole 27, 28. Yeah, it's just aging, nothing but a number. But yeah, so like, he was like comparing, like, you're this compared to her, blah, blah, blah. Gassing up my head. That was that done there. Let's fast forward now anyway, because we played along for a little while, going on normal, but my heart didn't really feel settled. Like with me, I feel like God's got me, man. He gives me little things where he'll make me feel so unsettled. Like it's like he wouldn't be doing nothing wrong, but I don't feel right. It's like I can't love you like that. I like how I want to love you, or how I used to love you, sort of thing. So I feel like I had little vibes anyway. Anyway, one day now, this is how mad it is, yeah. So Bianca lives near my grand's house, first of all. Right, so one day I got a call early hours of the morning to say I got to go to my grand's house. It's an emergency. This time it was like 6 something in the morning. So I've got in my car. I got my son ready. Did I? Yeah, did I have my son that weekend? No, I didn't even have him. So I remember I just got up, jumped in my car, went round to my nan's, driving round. So as I'm driving round to my nan's house, I'll drive past her house kind of thing. Pull up. Why was this nigga's car parked outside of her house? Like, why at 6 something in the morning on a Saturday? Like, why was you outside of her house?
Man.
Why? So I think that point, everything inside me dropped. Like I couldn't even get to my nan's properly. You know, like I pulled over. Like other people was going to my nan's as well, but I let the team down. I couldn't go. I literally pulled my car over. My heart was pumping. That's all I remember is my heart's pumping. I had to wind down the window. I'm like, I can't deal with this. I was like, okay, cool. I was going to phone him, but I don't know what happened, why I didn't phone him. I ended up phoning her. I phoned her phone and I was just like, you're trash. I was like, you're second best. I was like, you sat there for years and you waited your turn like an idiot. I was like, you're a fool. I don't know how you could even do it, blah, blah. She's like, what are you talking about? Blah, blah, blah. Tried to play the dumb, naive card. I was like, are you stupid? I was like, did I not see Chris's car parked outside of your house? Blah, blah. Oh, stories change. Oh, yeah, I had a little drink up at my house. He got so drunk, so he slept on the sofa. And yeah, that's why the car was there, blah, blah, blah. I just remember running it. I'm not even going to lie. I can't remember what I said, but I said a bag of fuckery. I can't lie. I went in.
You didn't touch the car?
No. So yeah, bag of effing, blinding, all the rest of that stuff. And then what happened? Yeah, I left that. I remember he sent me some sort of message. I can't remember what it was, but then I just remember running him, cussing him out from that message, everything, yeah. So that was that. There was, from that point, literally, I didn't really talk to him again like that. I didn't talk to her. I didn't need to. I weren't working with none of them. And like her, she was done with already from when I left that workplace. So that's done. Him, I wasn't even reaching out to him, nothing at all. He didn't reach out to me because he's trash and he's a dog. So he didn't reach out to me for nothing. And then I remember, no, he didn't change his number yet, because I remember my 21st birthday came along. I took a trip, and all of a sudden now, when pictures and certain things are posting, this guy's back on my phone. But this is months after, mind you. This is like at least a good 4 to 6 months after, like, that my birthday happened and the trip. And he reached back out. And I feel like sometimes when you're kind of lonely, you allow stupidness back in when you know you shouldn't even be entertaining it. But just for the tension's sake, or just to have that person there, sort of thing. Anyway, I entertained him again for that little holiday moment, like going back and forth, talking, pictures, chatting, this, that, rah, rah, rah. Yeah, that was that. Then literally when it come back, we met each other one more time, and then yeah, we was intimate, and then that was it. Like literally that was the last time of us. After that, like we just went our own way. Like he changed his number, like I never changed mine. He changed his number. I just blocked him on every other thing, and yeah, that was it. Literally, we just fizzled apart. And yeah, but I think that the fact that he changed his number and I couldn't reach out to him bugged me. It bugged me different. It hurt me because it was like, you done me dirty, but yet still vanished. Yeah, you're vanishing and acting like I'm the problem. Like it didn't sit well with me. I couldn't let it rest. Like I remember it broke my heart. It like literally broke my heart. That's when it all hit, because at first I don't think it all hit in. I was all strong, like, yeah, F this one, F her, blah, blah, blah. But then I think two things. I think getting intimate is a no. Yeah. Don't do that. Like, why would you even do... Yeah, because I think that's what kind of draws me into a different level. Like, I gave you a bit of me again after everything that you've done.
Something, I think you should just be finished with it. Don't try to go back and see, because it didn't work out the first time, so clearly he's trash. So we would go back and pick up trash?
No, and I don't even think I was going back to even see, because I kind of knew we weren't even going to be back together.
But maybe to intimacy, like you just wanted a little, something.
Which I was just lonely.
That's what I mean, it's lonely.
Yeah, just like just lonely.
You just wanted something to hold.
Do dumb stuff. Yeah. So I went back, and then that was a no. Like going back there, and then also him just shutting off like that, like just literally no emotions. You're thinking like, women, I feel like we need to see something, or like know that you care somehow, or something. You do care. Exactly. Like we want to know, we want to see something. So when he just blocked that all out, that was like okay. So it hit me hard. I just remember I spent so many days just crying. Homegirl would tell you I was a wreck. Like it was bad that I all had another job, couldn't even imagine. I had the job, I was doing well, but I let myself get into such a state. That job was by I was like, we'll tell you in I'll go to the extent of the damage that was really done in another video, because that was just something else. But let me just fast forward, because C made a mention of, did I scratch up the car? So one petty hot summer's day, because by this point now they were together. All that swearing on your grand's grave didn't mean shit. Yeah, this is how you know men are just disgusting. All of this like begging, I promise you, the flowers, the stupid dead roses. I hate roses. Anyway, all of that was just for nothing. It was all in vain, because they were together. And let's be real, I think they spent the best part of years, maybe 4 or 5 years they done together. They were together a minute. Anyway, but a couple, I think like the summer after my hurt, I was with one of my girls, then we was just driving past. We saw the car there, and that was it. She was like, is that a car? She's like, are you dumb? She's like, no way. I was like,
and it weren't me, by the way. Whatever you think that's how I act, but that's not me.
It really wasn't C this time, but like she was like, no. So I was driving past. She was like, no, go back. So I remember I reversed my car back into the middle of the road. So bait as well. Yeah, we just didn't care. Literally jumped out of the car. That's it. Keyed it. Both of us. I went from one side. She went from the other. Until we met each other around at the front, keyed up the car. I swear that because she went ham. She had, I think, when you see your friend down so much, you feel that pain. I think she even slashed the tyres. She either slashed the tyres or something, but she went ham. Then yeah, I put my initials in the bonnet, because it's like I was hurt and I wanted you to feel that hurt, and I wanted you to know it was coming from me. I didn't want you to think no random person just scratched your car. I wanted you to know that I delivered your karma, bitch. And I scratched the car. So I done all that. I wasn't even thinking of nothing like if it went further or anything like that. I didn't care. I put my initials all up on the car. T, crush your fucking bonnet. And that was that, like, yeah. So that was the end of that. And then, rid off, and I felt great. I'm not even gonna lie, I felt so good. After that, I felt good, and I just left it there. I put it all behind me, and I just thought, good luck to you both. Like, I wish you the world of greatness.
And did you ever see, like, in that year they were together, did you ever see them, like, out?
Never, ever saw them out. Like, up to today, no, I lied. I saw him again. We end up working in like, I got a temporary job. We end up working together again. And in the middle of this, he's come back to me with all this. He come in, caused a whole scene in the workplace, made everybody know. This is day one, you know, my day one in this workplace. He's come in, nah, I'm not working with her. Oh my God, I felt so ashamed. I just wanted to take me. I'm all looking there, I'm sitting there like, acting like I don't know what he's talking about. Big manager, day one has to call me in. I don't know what's going on here, but there seems to be some personal problem. Chris is coming here and he said that he just can't work with you. I was like, but we're at work. I was like, I'm fine to work here. That's Chris's problem. Like, I'll get on with it. You and whatever. He was like, okay, I'll put you on different sections, blah, blah, dumb stuff. Anyway, I was in the reprographics room doing a couple photocopying. Then this big head, bobblehead guy, I just thought he'll come over and bother me and be like, let's just talk. Oh, you're ready to talk now after you had your whole toys at the pram moment in the office, and you're okay, cool. Me being me, the loving person and forgiving person that I am, I had that conversation. We went into the parking lot, he was talking, and he was just gassing up the thing again. It was just nonsense. He was just talking about, oh, you know, I know I hurt you, da 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 da. It wasn't that. He still played down his thing with my girl. Yeah. Still acted like there was nothing going on. It weren't still going on. Still played down the whole entire relationship. Yeah, I feel sorry for you. If you're still there, run. That nigga still wasn't claiming you. Years after, still couldn't claim me. But anyway, that was that. And by this time, I had moved on. So I was like, I was strong talking to you at this point. I was like, okay, but it doesn't matter now. Like, it's really old news. I feel like you're carrying it more. And he admitted, I feel that his guilty conscience had him carrying it a whole lot more than he needed to. Because by this point, I was in a whole newfound love and I didn't even give a damn. I mean, I didn't even care to have the conversation, but I had to be mature and I did it. But yeah, to be honest, since then I haven't seen them again. I have never seen her though, ever. I saw him again that one time and that was that. And then yeah, that's it. I would love to see them again though, because I've just been in a great space. I can't remember what they look like. I remember seeing pictures at that time, but like, I can't remember. They kind of look like slow people. Don't worry about it. A little slow. I hope y'all watch this. A little bit slow, but it's all right. Your mama loves you. And daddy. Well, we hope. Oh, and your friends, I hope. But yeah, so don't worry if you're slow. But that's it. That was the end of that story. But yeah, I wish that, all honestly, I wish them the best success. Even though I heard a few things, so I know I do know where they're currently at, and it's but we're gonna leave that because this is not about dogging you out. Yeah, it's just my story. Be careful who you call your friends. Not everyone's your friend. Not everyone should be around your man. Not everyone should know your whole relationship. What's going on in there? Just be careful and just trust your intuition. This is for the ladies because when you know, you might not know, like you might not know exactly where it is, and you might not approach it right, because I think that's where I go wrong a lot of the time. Is that I might come at the wrong angle or I might be on the wrong note. But when you know something's there, babes, something's there. We'll go into something about that and a whole like vlog about intuition and women and heartbreak, and because that's a whole nother vlog. Yeah, guys, but that was me. That was my first time being cheated on. I hope my only time, to be honest. But yeah, that was my first time being cheated on. And yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I never thought that shit could happen to me. I didn't think, me? He's cheating on me. Yeah, so it could happen to any of us. And there we go, it's a story to tell. Yeah, so stay tuned, subscribe, like, and watch out for part 2. We have my story time on Heartbreak. Tune in. Tune in. Bye.
Silence was good.